Hi folks, today we're going to be looking at the Revell Quad Cam QuadCopter. You try saying that with a mouthful of marbles. Camera QuadCopter. I'll call it a camera quad, shall I? This is a beginner's level 2.4 gigahertz little toy, basically, suitable for looping, has a camera on board, and it gives you about 7 minutes flight time out of a 90-minute charge or so. As you can see, it's quite a standard configuration with the 4 props, etc. Very lightweight case, which is a kind of usual for these cheap ones, but not so much for the more expensive ones. So it doesn't carry a lot of weight with it as it's flying. And you'll see there a tiny pinhole camera, which is actually adjustable, so you can get it to point in quite useful directions, not just straight ahead, but also down at the ground. Very basic, as I said, very basic, simple configuration. Similarly with the controller, runs off AA batteries in there, and you basically have a couple of trim dials, speed dial and on-off, and the camera control. The camera actually stores the footage and the still images on a microSD card, which you might just be able to see there. If I take that out, you'll get an idea. There it is, and it comes from the factory with a 2 GB card in it, which is nice. Has a full-blown manual. This is multi-language, of course, this is why it's so thick. So it gives you all the information you need to get up and running, and some spare props, which is always useful, and the USB charger for the 600 milliamp hour battery, which gives you the 7-minute flight time. There you go, and that's it. You just plug that into a standard USB charge block. It doesn't come with one. I suppose you can use your laptop or one of those ones you stick in the power socket, and this charges up for about 90 minutes or so, an hour to 90 minutes, and you're ready to go. That's it. And they also supply you with another USB cable for transferring the data from the camera to the computer, but I think most people are just going to take the microSD card out and put it directly into an adapter and into their laptop or whatever. But that's the whole thing in a nutshell, and that's all you need to know, really. All the rest of it is just to see how it flies. So let's have a look, shall we? One thing that's interesting to note is placing the battery into the unit is not as easy as it might first appear, primarily because the slot into which you place it is quite stiff. You have to use quite a little pressure, which is, I think, a little unfortunate with a lithium battery. You don't want to be doing all sorts of high pressure maneuvers with it. But there you go, once it's in, and it's just a matter of putting the top back on, clipping it over the struts, and you're ready to go, making sure your camera's facing the way you want it to, and you get nice pretty LEDs flashing all over the place. But of course that's standard now, isn't it? Everybody has to have a flashing LED. There you go, ready to fly. Quite neat, actually, quite neat, as you can see. So it's quite tricky to fly. Indoors is easier, but outdoors it can be a bit skitty, and it's not that good with wind. So you have to be a little bit careful as you're getting it to go where you want it to go. In fact, it's quite easy to lose a bit of control with this. So not the most responsive quad in the universe, but you know, it's not the most expensive either.